Blog Talk Radio.
Well, hello, and welcome to the Divas That Care. My name is Candace Gish, and I'm the host of this program. Well, thank you so much for each and every one of you that has tuned in for today's program. I am very excited. You know, I'm going to be welcoming a brand new diva to the family, and what she does is absolutely empowering, and it's empowering to the women that listen to our show. So I hope that you take notes for this because I think you're going to love it. So let's get started. For any of you that have just tuned in, actually for the very first time, what we do is that we have a variety of hosts that talk with women around the world. And these women are making the world a better place. So our hashtag out there is Divas That Care. So let's get started. Today's guest is empowering. She's empowering to women out there all over. And if you are in Alberta, specifically in the Edmonton area, you're going to want to get a hold of this lady because she's doing some great things to really, you know, I was just saying, empower us, inspire us, you know, to be the people, the women that we were meant to be. Our guest today is Yauska Godfrey, and I'm just beyond excited to have her. So welcome to the show today.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Well, I'm so excited to have you. But first, let's talk a little bit about you. Can you tell our listeners who you are and, you know, just, you know, some little tidbits about you?
Okay. Well, my name is Yauska Godfrey, and my business is Gabriela Cruz. I named it after my kids, Gabriel and Andreas Cruz, and I've only been doing photography professionally for about a year and a half now, so not very long, but I've honestly found my passion in it. I've found my passion in empowering women and be able to capture their inner goddesses and try to, you know, change their mindset. You know, nowadays we're so, with society, it's all about, you know, we're too thin, we're too big, we're all types of insecurities and stuff. And I think that if we start seeing ourselves in a different light, in a different way, we'll just be able to really shine through and basically be able to bring out that inner goddess.
Oh, I love it. What made you decide to become a photographer?
Well, I've always loved photography. I never pursued it as a career, never even thought about having it as a career. I actually used to be a nurse before I did it. And then I had my kids, and I was like, okay, well, you know, let's just do it as a hobby. You know, I'll take photos of my kids. And then people just started kind of looking at my work and wanted for me to take photos of them. And then it just kind of went on that way. And then honestly, within 3 months, I had to choose whether I wanted to continue nursing or go full-time in photography. And I decided to go photography.
Oh, wow. And what you're doing now is absolutely empowering. You know, I had our mutual friend actually connected us, Laura Lee, and she mentioned some of the photos that you were taking. I thought, oh, wow, you know, that is amazing. You know, what a way to build a woman's confidence. You know, as you were saying, you know, that goddess in us, we want to feel good about ourselves in our bodies and be empowered. And so you do a variety of different types of photography. Can you kind of share that with us?
Yeah, so I mostly specialize now in weddings and the boudoir. You know, I do a little bit of family and stuff here and there, but my main focus is the boudoir. And, you know, I don't mind the word boudoir, but I prefer to call it empowerment sessions because that's what it is. I'm there to empower the women and basically see themselves in a different way. Because the thing is that, you know, most women it doesn't matter how many times you tell a woman, oh, you're so pretty, you're so beautiful, you have a nice body, blah, 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 all that. You know, they see that, thanks, but, you know, they actually don't feel that. And it's so different when I have my clients in front of the, you know, after the shoot and they get to look at their photos and they're like, oh my God, like, that's not me. Is that me? Like, yeah, girl, that's you. That's you inside every single day. So, yeah, and that's basically what I love to do.
Well, and I think that's great because we don't see ourselves like that. We look in ourselves in the mirror and we don't have that. But I know a lot of these women, you know, you think that women would necessarily do these for their partners, but nowadays people aren't just doing it for their partners, are they?
No, actually, the majority of the women that I photograph are doing it for themselves. A lot of them are divorced, actually, so they do it, after their divorce. They're going through some change in their personal life. And, yeah, that's basically the majority of the women. I mean, there's still some that obviously do for their partners or their fiancés for weddings and all that, which is a great gift for them. But to me, I feel like do it for yourself and then do it for somebody else as an extra bonus.
So why should these, and I love that, but really, why should we get these empowerment sessions? Because I really like that terminology that you use. Why is it so important? And, at what age, is there a limit, or do you do all ages?
All ages. I've had a woman just recently who did it for her 60th birthday, and she looked amazing, and she felt amazing, and it was her first shoot that she's ever done, and she said that, I really wish that I would have done these before too, because now the older I get, I feel more confident and in love with myself now, and then just having this photograph of me, it's like, wow, like I can't believe it. I'm 60 years old and I feel beautiful. And honestly, at any age, I believe that any woman at any stage in life should do this and capture it, because it's basically their story of who they are.
Oh, and that's really strong. It is. Mm-hmm. A lot of us don't realize that we have such strong stories to share with others, but these are our stories, and to be confident and to really embrace ourselves. I really love that. I love that you're helping them with that journey that they're in, and it's not even through words, it's through pictures, and that's even stronger because you see that.
And then the thing is that a lot of women tend to, when they hear boudoir, they think of like the burgundy and the props with the pearls, and those are beautiful and everything. But for me, it's about themselves. Like, I don't focus on props. I don't focus too much on shoes or anything unless it's significant or meaningful to you. I try to focus on you and bringing out your details and the way the light hits your curves and the shadows and all that. Because the point of doing this shoot is that I want you to print off or display it somewhere. It doesn't have to be like a huge wall decor or anything in your middle of your living room, but something in your room somewhere, small, that when you are feeling down and, you're like, oh, man, I don't feel myself today, I want you to go back and look at that photo and say, and remember, okay, I took the plunge. I did this. It was so scary, and it's so vulnerable, but I did it, and then this is me. And then I want you to remember that if you could do this, you can get through any obstacle that life throws at you.
Oh, that's really beautiful. I love that. It's just very strong, and and it's emotional. And as a woman, I can hear that and I can feel that. So tell me, take me through a session on how you do this with women.
Yeah. So when they come in, they usually get a massage. I always recommend that they come in for their massage because I do offer that as part of a package. So it's about half an hour of massage, and then after their massage, they're a lot more relaxed than when they first come in. Then they come, they do their hair and makeup. We chat. I get to know them a little bit better. The hair and makeup artist is amazing too. She's, she talks to them and wants to know their story. We want to know their story. Why are they actually doing this? And then we go for a shoot. We do the shoot, and then after the shoot, I give them like a catered lunch, and then I quickly go through the photos, narrow down the photos, and then that same day they have the ability to watch their slideshow, to watch their photos. Now, the way that I do it is that they don't see themselves fully retouched yet. The photos that they see that same day still show their stretch marks, still show their fine lines, like their wrinkles, all that imperfections. But I want them to see it because I want them to see that those imperfections are actually beautiful, and then they should own it, right? I mean, and most of the time too, they say, you know what? Leave my stretch marks. That's my story. I want to see them, and that's what they love. And then they always get a copy of a fully retouched image after, but I want them to see that, even the photos themselves that they're not retouched, they're still beautiful, and that's them. Yeah.
And that, and how long is one of these sessions? Like, it sounds like it's a whole day event.
It is. I only schedule one client a day because it can be about 5 to 6 hours depending on how long the session, actual photo shoot lasts. Yes, it's a full day.
I love that.
Dedicated
you're
to
making
you.
them feel comfortable. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, and honestly, there's no rush. Usually the sessions are about an hour, but it can be longer than that depending on how comfortable they get, if they want to continue photos. Honestly, when I'm about to start taking photos and I'm in my creative mode, I can go on for hours. So they sometimes have to tell me and be like, "Hey, I'm tired. I need a break." And I'm like, "Okay, let's have a break." So yeah, I don't rush. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead. I was just going to say, is there a specific area, like, do you have a studio for this, or do you take these ladies somewhere else?
No, I have my own studio. It's actually a residential house that we converted into a studio. So it's basically a full single-family home that's specifically a studio.
Oh, well, that's really cool.
Yeah. So it's a little weird because it's like, they're coming into this neighborhoods and stuff, and it's like, oh, does anybody live here? I'm like, no, this is for you, girl. It's all yours. So,
but it would make them feel comfortable, I think, having everything in one area, having their massage,
mm-hmm.
having their makeup, their hair done,
exactly.
and then having a room to take their photos. I can see how that would work really well.
Yes. I want them. I don't want them traveling back and forth to different places, because the whole point is for them to just relax. Don't worry about anything else. Like, leave your worries at the door and just focus on you.
Oh, that's beautiful. So
mm-hmm.
now that you're doing this obviously full time. How are you
mm-hmm.
able to balance such a successful business with your family life?
So for me, my family is extremely important. My kids are important to me. They grow so fast. And I know running your own business, my mom's a business owner as well. And I know how much dedication and hard work it takes to run a successful business. But I always try my best to schedule time in for them specifically. So usually about 2 days a week, I'll schedule a full family day when there's no distractions, no phones, nothing at all. And it's just about them with my husband and my 2 kids, and we'll go out or do something. And then, and yeah, because I think it's very, very, very important. And I also have a lot of support and help, especially from Laura Lee, who's my studio manager. She's, honestly, I can't do this without her. She's amazing. She helps me so much, and I'm so blessed to have her.
Isn't that wonderful? And she is an amazing woman. I've had the opportunity to know her for a while now. And yes, I can see how the two of you would connect quite well and work well together. And, I always tell women, we can't do this alone. It's our support network, either being, your family, your spouse, or the friends and around you. But it's always, it takes more than one person in order to make it successful. So surround yourself with as many people as you can in order to make that happen.
Exactly. And to me, it's also not about, yes, it's my business. Gabriela Cruz Photography is my business, but I see it as a family with my teammates, my team basically, that makes the business successful. If they're happy and they see we share the same values and they want to see the business grow, then I think that's how it will grow, because it's not just mine. Everybody puts in so much effort and so much work to this that, they have a part of it as well. And
how can our amazing listeners check out some of your photos? Do you have a website?
I do, yes. It's gabrielacruz.ca, and there's my wedding and my boudoir one. And then a lot of my work is on my Instagram, so that's Goddess by GCP, so Gabriela Cruz Photography. And yeah, most of my stuff is there. And if they have any questions or want to book or just chat, just send me an email or DM me on Instagram, and I'd be happy to respond.
I love that. And make sure that you go check them out because there are some amazing photos on there.
Thank you.
So another thing, Gabrielle, is there anything that's dear to your heart out there? Is any causes, things that you're a part of outside of your photography?
You know, as for the moment, there isn't. But I'm actually, because the photography business is so new, and you know, I'm still. It's been a hectic year, so I am trying to learn more what's out there because I really, really, really want to be part of the community and to help other women, you know, empower themselves, not just by photography, but by me helping them in a way that I can. So, you know, Laura Lee and I have been talking. We have some ideas in the works that we're hoping to share in the future, but I'm always willing to help in any way. So if there's, even for yourself, if there's anything that I could do, I always love sharing with everybody.
Oh, I love it. And we definitely want to support you in any way that we can. The amazing tribe at Divas That Care really loves, you know, connecting with others. So we will definitely do that. We know a lot of women in the Edmonton area that would love what you were doing. So we will make sure that we send out all of this to all of our social media links. And so another thing, is there any last minute tips, tools, anything you'd love to share with our listeners today?
Basically, just do it. If you're on the fence about doing a session, just take that plunge and do it, because it's not so much the photos, it's the experience. And I can guarantee that after you leave the studio, you're going to see yourself in a whole new light. And also, just keep watching my Facebook or my Instagram, because another thing that I'm really, really passionate about are couples and owning your love. So a couples boudoir session, again, that one's going to be pretty amazing. I think very, very great for couples.
Oh, I love that. What a great idea. And, you know, I think that's a fantastic thing, and I can't wait to see those and share it with everybody too.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Yauska, well, thank you so much for being my guest today. I really appreciate it. I can't wait to have you back on. I know that you and I will probably do some really great things out there, because I just love what you're doing. And I think that if we can empower as many women as we can, let's do it.
Let's do it, for sure. Thank you very much for having me, and it was great talking to you.
Oh, thank you. And you know what? Thank you to all of our amazing guests that tune in to our programs. You know, it's because of you that we've continued to do this program now for over 9 years. And we absolutely are grateful to be able to chat with these amazing women. So I thank you so much for our listeners for passing our shows on to all your friends and family. And make sure that you continue to do that, because, as I was saying, we have 11 hosts now on our program, and I hope that you support each and every one of them. And you can listen to them at divasthatcare.com. So until next time, all of you, thank you so much for listening, and have a fantastic day. Bye-bye for now.